listening to QSJ, digging up the underground.
Let's get back to the mix.
DJ.
How many texts can a girl get? Oh, wait, one more. How many dates till I flirt back? Won't know for sure. We go in circles, I love it, my circle's confused. What's new? Candy babe, I know you love me. I won't say a thing. Leave me to your dirty laundry. They won't know your name. How many laughs can a text get before I'm in? Too many smiles, now you're on mute. I play to win. Tell me how to avoid our feelings. My feelings insane. I blame you. Candy babe, I know you love me. I won't say a thing. Leave me to your dirty laundry. They won't know your name. Candy babe, you know you love me. I won't say a thing. At this bar, you say you want me. I think I like our game. Time after time wasted.
Welcome, everybody. Good night, good morning, whatever time frame we're at. It is crazy right now, people. I'm telling you, this one right here, we had to do some work to get them on. I mean, it was not that serious, but at the end of the day, it was. Welcome to QSJ Radio, digging up the underground. Here, where we're spotlighting rising artists, rewriting the rules. I'm your host, QSJ Traffic Light, Dave, whatever people are calling me these days. And today's guest is Arianna Chetram.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? We've been talking for a little bit, and I didn't even ask how do you say that.
I realized as you were saying, I was like, oh, wait.
Like, I'm about to fuck it up, which is so natural for me here. Okay.
You did it. You did it. Chetram. You did
Oh,
it.
Nice.
Look at you.
Lovely. The New York City-based singer-songwriter whose intoxicating blend of sultry vocals, yeah, I'm about to go in, raw emotion, and lived-in lyricism. For those who don't understand what that means basically real stories, okay? Is carving out serious space in the indie pop scene. From her Pace University dorm to headlining sports anthems and dropping 2025's breakout single Candy Babe, which we just heard right now. Guys, the photo that you guys been seeing around is from Candy Babe's video that I don't know where the fuck it's at. Cause I was like, where is this video at? But anyways, we're going to talk about that. And Arianna's journey is as captivating as her sound. And if you guys got questions in the chat, do that. But Arianna, welcome to QSJ Radio.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I love that we're here right now.
Bro, we are killing it right now. And for real, I just need to know something right quick. Okay. This origin story, right? I got a question. You started making music at Pace University. And for those who don't know where Pace University is in New York, okay? You came under the name Victoria Kings. Can you tell me how that evolution into Arianna Chetram came about?
Yeah, so I started performing and singing and writing when I was like 15. I was singing around different countries doing cover bands. I went to China, I went to Germany. And honestly, I came back and I wasn't ready yet to, I don't think, put out music being fully me. So I was like, let me come up with a different name in case something doesn't work out, in case I don't feel comfortable, I'm not confident. It was a different time. And I started off with the name Victoria because that's my middle name. And Kings, I guess because Victoria has like a royal sentiment already, I was like, you know what? I'll keep it into Kings, right? And then as the years went by, I'm hearing Victoria Kings like being called out like to perform and whatever, all these things. And I'm like, all right, I love it and I love what I did for myself. But now that I'm confident, I'm comfortable, I want to hear my own name.
Wow.
And Arianna Chetram's my real name. And it shows off like my family, who I am. So I was like, I want my last name. I want my name to be called out. And that's literally what I did. When I like rebranded in 2024, I came out and I was like, I'm Arianna Chetram, formerly Victoria Kings, but like the people that already knew me was like, I know it's gonna be so confusing, but we're switching over. Arianna
Wow.
Chetram, we're restarting. It's yeah. So I just came about like this whole thing and I was like, I'm gonna go for my real name.
So was it like being tired of hearing something? Like it was a persona that didn't make sense? Or was it
Um, I don't think it didn't make sense. I think it needed to happen for me to fully understand, like, yeah, I definitely want this.
okay?
Because I think I was scared at first to actually say like, oh yeah, like I want to be a singer because it's always that thing where it's like you want to be a singer, but it's hard. It's hard to fully commit to it. And I was like, let me just put out this name and I'll write for her and I'll do all this. But I wasn't fully in. And the second I realized I wanted to be in, I was like, I want to be fully in. Name, everything, fully in.
You want to be you.
I want to be me.
Big shout out to that. Shout out to everybody listening. If you guys are just tuning in, we got Arianna Chetram. I'm gonna mess it up a few times. So there's a lot of influence in the indie pop, you know. Um I'm a 90s kid, right? So we could take it into what pop looked like then, right? But then they're
Right.
gonna mention Diddy, so they're gonna mess it up. But listen, I don't know, man. I love the dude. I don't, but people act like they don't do things behind closed doors. But anyways, what early influences or experiences shaped your sound before college?
Before college. Um, I mean, my whole life I was listening to 2000s and 90s pop. I mean, I don't like to I feel like if I name artists, it's gonna be like all different types of artists. Like it's gonna be Sierra, Rihanna, Beyonce, Britney Spears. It's gonna be all types because I listen to all of it. Um, I just I love vocal like I love when there's a range
Yeah.
of vocals, when you can get to be dramatic and this, you know, pop star person, but then it's like you're singing a breakup song in a different side of the album. And I love that. And I love just listening to all the melodies and all the instruments. And I don't know, like it's just something about it. I was like, I don't have one thing that I can pull from. I just love the stories of all like pop, mainly pop women. That's who I like listen to my whole life. But I just listen to it. I'm like, yeah, I want to create stories just like that.
And there's these pop women seem to have these high voices. You,
Hmm.
you found your voice somewhere in there. Did some of your voice octaves, right? I'm talking like I know music and shit, right? Was that also something that you had to work for and get comfortable with? Because, I
Yeah. I mean, so like when I started singing, like let's say in middle school or high school, I was a soprano, which is like the highest,
Yeah.
and I always wanted to be it
Right.
because I was like, I want to be the highest note person, right? And then I went into like creating music and like actually singing. And I was like, I have a really deep voice. And no matter what, of like, if I want to sing this high part, I can like even though I can try and do it, don't because I found my range. I found like my thing in like the lower
Yeah.
register. I can go high a little bit, but I found it down there. So I was like, I had to come to terms with that. Like, you know what? Maybe down here is comfortable where I
Yeah.
am, like
Because
being low.
I was like, man, she's killing it right now. And it's not like I'm not expecting something to like break glass, but it can break hearts, right? So yeah,
I
I
try.
don't understand New York people, man. I swear. I, listen,
What?
listen. All my baby moms are from New York. They're all different types. But anyways,
Plural?
yeah, I said that. So listen,
That's great.
don't come into my life yet. Okay, we're not there. What's the what was the moment when music transformed from hobby to a full-time pursuit?
Hmm. I think when I graduated college, and once you graduate, it's kind of like, all right, you're in the real world now. And you have to have a day to day job. Your summers are kind of gone a little bit, like you don't have the summer break. And I really started thinking, like, well, what do I want to do 9 to 5 for the rest of my life? And I don't want to work a corporate job or do like, even though I do work, I always say I work a full time job for my full time job because singing is
Mm,
my full time job.
mm,
And
I feel that.
like it's just something I love and I don't want to give that up.
Yeah.
And it's something that I'm like, no, the rest of my life I want to do it.
Nice. Big shout out to everybody. Listen. So if you guys are following, thank you so much. Um Ariana is a very popular name in the pop world.
Yeah,
You knew that was gonna be an issue.
I did.
It's spelled out in the original way. It's not, bugging out. That kid has been famous her whole life.
Mhm.
That's some name that you gotta like, what is different from you and her? I know that you struggle. That's not a real question. That's just something that I know that we're not gonna do that because we love her, we hate her, whatever people do, right? We love her, right? So, but I want to talk about this song right here. I
Which one?
promise I'm ready.
Okay.
So I was listening to this, right? At first, it's all titles to me, right? So I'm
Hmm.
just like, okay, I promise I'm ready. What do you mean, ready, right? Like, so let's listen to this, right? I'm in here and I'm like, wait, hold up, like, we settling down? We trying to do something crazier than we used to? Like, what is the story behind this before I introduce it to our audience?
The story is that I am never on time to go out. And my friends always have to tell me like 30 minutes before, like, hey, get ready at this time. So we're ready. And the joke was when I released the song, it's I promise I'm ready to go out. Just give me a minute. But yeah, and I got to do like some visuals with my friends, and the whole night they were just like, we were late too, and it wasn't my fault.
Oh man.
But the whole night, my friends were shocked because they heard the song and they were like, "Oh my God, we hate you!" Like this
Cause
is
yeah, I feel you on that. Like you making fun of a situation, but you made a hit out of it. Like
yeah. They were like, oh, "Okay, so we're never playing this with you now because you're always late and we don't want to hear it."
that's
Like,
hilarious. So here it is. I promise I'm ready. For those who are listening in, um, You guys can stream this on Spotify right now. It's all over the place, literally. We'll drop the link in the chat here, and for those who are listening on the podcast, it'll be in the description. Here it is. I promise I'm ready. From Arianna Chetram.
I'm almost ready. Getting ready so damn hard when the gossip's heavy. Triple testing all around me. Mad issues in my room. Heavy smell, sharing perfume. Just before the shots resume. Getting ready in my room. I promise that I'm almost ready for the night. The summer's only started and the drinks look light. All my friends are driving jam-packed so tight. I promise that I'm ready and we're out tonight. We're almost finished. Just another shot and lipstick. The door is ringing. Another group of four just walked in. Try to give me a whisper. Try to dance close to her.
So we're going in right now on understanding that the pop genre is where you're where you're at.
Mhm.
That's it, and I'm hearing it, I'm feeling it. This is like a crazy vibe because it's almost like a pregame song, right?
Yeah,
Like we about to go. It's about to be lit. Don't worry about it, right? And then
exactly.
3 hours later, like
Yeah, no, for real.
which is
That's
crazy because that's unlike, right? People don't admit that, right? They think that is almost like a stereotype, right? But it really fucking happens. People need to
it
understand
does.
it does happen.
It
S-
does.
So these were part of your I would say like your first releases, right?
Hmm.
Your Would You Stay was one of them.
Yeah.
I Promise I'm Ready, and of course that crazy song that I'm about to put on later, Do You Still Love Me?
Mm.
Um they're all like different though.
Yeah.
Were you like exploring something at these times?
I don't know. So Would You Stay and I Promise I'm Ready came kind of like at a close time. And honestly, like Do You Still Love Me was written like a little while ago. And it was because I had a voice note on my phone and I was going through and I was like, I kind of want to just focus on a sad song. And I heard like I just like record like piano chords
Okay.
and I heard it and I was like, all right, I could write to this one. And like I wrote it and I was like, I need to release this. It just kind of like I feel like Would You Say and I Promise I'm Ready could kind of be in the same ish bubble, even though it's not similar. It's just pop, right?
Yeah.
Like if I didn't release Do You Still Love Me and I went into a different song, it would have just stayed like at a same like, oh, it's pop, but this is just more of a pop R&B ish, and you know. But Do You Still Love Me kind of came at like a different, I don't know, angle. Like it was just like a moment where I was like, this is just something I feel like I have to release. Like it just felt like a good time. It was just like a sad song. The lyrics I wrote so deep. Like I was like, I have to release this. I can't keep this inside.
Now these songs have gotten like a lot of success in different ways that you probably, would probably like look at it and say, well, it probably could have done better if you were looking for numbers. But I
Hmm.
think that it did enough to like break you into that, get you in the zone. I'm about to ask a question though. How did you do that? Right? because it's not just about releasing a track. There's
Mhm.
other things that you had to do. What was it that you did to help promote those songs?
So this was my mistake the first time I dropped music years ago under Victoria Kings. I just released a song and just wanted people to find it.
Yeah, just cross your fingers and shit.
Just crossed my fingers.
Yeah.
With coming back around and restarting for Would You Stay, I was like, okay, I want to be prepared. So I like literally created a whole thing of like radios to email and social medias like Instagrams to DM and submit to. And you're not gonna get everyone. You might get no
Yeah.
one, but
It's
I
like a
got like,
flyer. It's like a flyer.
yeah,
You give it out to 100 people. You're not gonna
right,
get 100 people to show up.
right.
Yeah.
And I mean, I got maybe 10 things, and those 10 things helped me out. And a year later, Would You Stay is still successful and got on a Recording Academy playlist like 2 months ago. Like you have to continue promoting it. It never stops.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of like the angle I came with at every song. I was just like, if I want this to be real and I want this to be what it is, I have to keep promoting it no matter what.
One of the things that I've seen is a super active social media that you
Mhm.
got, right? You are involved in your beauty, okay? I'm going to just tell you that right there. This is the
Thank
safest
you.
way I'm saying. I'm not at the
Listen,
parade, bro. I can't, you know what I mean? Like, I can't bug out like that. But I need to know, because I'm sure there's a lot of people that, ask the question, like, where you from, bro? Like, what's the background? Like, who do I gotta thank? Like,
it's crazy because I get so many different, like, they'll be like, can I guess? And
can I
listen,
guess? Oh
it's
my
never
God.
right, but I appreciate all the
That's
different countries people
that's a
say.
line now. You know that. You have to know that that's a pickup
I
line
know.
now.
But you
Oh
know
my.
what? It's more fun for me hearing what their answer is
Oh my God.
because it's just like, sure, yeah, sure. But no, I'm so mom is mixed. She's Puerto Rican and Panamanian.
Okay.
And dad is Guyanese. So
Wow.
Caribbean and Latina. Put in one.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're in New York, so you can get
I'm
away with 30 cultures.
yes, literally.
That is nuts, bro.
I'm from around the world, basically.
You
I'm
from around the world, bro. Oh. Well, let me tell you, man, you going in and you have that confidence and you're killing it right now and utilizing that. I mean, I'm sure that you don't want to give off the wrong idea because you are basically, showing you. Was that something also that you had to come out of the show? Because it doesn't come easy for a lot of people to just be like, out there. It's not like you like out there, but you're just out there knowing that you have to show full confidence or even sometimes vulnerability.
Mhm.
Like, was
Yeah.
that hard for you? Because this social media is not the same like it was 10 years ago.
No, yeah.
It could shut you down. It could end everything for you, or it could do something even more incredible than you thought. So was that something, or were you was always a social media person?
No, it definitely took me some time to like, I guess, really just become who I am, like look at myself and be like, yeah, this is who I am. The confidence, gotta have it. Um and I think the more I post, the more confident I get with it because I'm like, F it, like I could just post whatever I want. It is my social media.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it did take a little while and I'm at that point where like I've gotten comments and I've gotten crazy things and I'm like, I just keep posting because at the end of the day, that's what I want to do.
Oh, you
So
get do you get the bad size too?
I get the bad sides, I get the
Bro,
good
can I
sides.
get a troll? Can somebody tell me? Can somebody tell me how to get trolls, bro?
No, you know where you can get trolls?
I
Twitter.
literally, no, fuck that. I left that place. I left that place. So,
Twitter.
I mean, I was on Twitter for a long time, but I was just doing the whole like I'm playing your song thing. I wasn't in there like posting me, but I just like, you know, it to me like I think there was a saying. It's kind of old. It's kind of almost just internet because I don't think really people say it.
Okay.
But once you start getting haters that you know you're making traction, something
Right.
like that, which is really cool, right? And I'm like, yo, where
Yeah.
my haters at? Like, what am I? You know how
Asking for
people,
haters.
yo, you know how people are like,
Crazy.
where they at, right? Right? Like, it sounds crazy, but I'm like, I'm hating that I don't got haters. And the people that hate on me, like, they gotta qualify to be a hater because you gotta make sense. Like,
That's true.
some people just really be talking and you just be like, well, you don't qualify for this. You're just saying some stupid shit. Like,
Right.
you're
Right.
not a hater. Come on, man. But anyways, congratulations on getting the good, bad, and ugly because that means progress is happening.
Yeah.
Which
I'll
is
take it.
crazy because I don't know. Like, I'm sensitive, but I know that I could deal with comments.
Yeah.
Like, I could deal
Yeah.
with comments. I could be like, that's whatever. What you gonna say? What you said? My eyebrows connect. I know this. Like, you know what I
Right.
mean? Like, crazy. But I got a feeling.
Mm-hmm.
My next question.
Uh-huh.
How has New York City influenced this? Because, man,
Oh,
and the performance energy, because I know that NY has a lot to do with this.
yeah. I mean, honestly, I feel like I'm at the right place at the right time because New York has so many different type of venues and so many opportunities to do like those live performances, like the mic drops and all that stuff. So like there's so many things to do that I'm like, now I have to hit it all. I have to go. I have to just try and do everything. Um, I love New York. You go to a bar and it'll be like the most random people there and they become your number one supporters and they're like they follow you everywhere. And it's the best crowd. Everyone's so supportive. And it's just a mix. It's a melting pot. It's a mix of everybody. So it's
Yeah.
like, you know,
That's success in New York right there. I tell you that right now.
New York.
I love NY. I miss my city. I do. But man,
Yeah, why are you not in New York?
you know, no, it didn't. It didn't. It didn't. I was bullshit. The I left in 2000.
Oh,
I went to the Navy.
oh, okay.
Yeah. And then I came, I just stood there. I just stood there and they kept me. So I got attached to Virginia. And
Okay, fair.
it was, other than the fact that it cost mad bread to live over there,
Yeah.
I said, okay, I'm gonna just chill here. And of course, I ended up being in a stable relationship finally. So,
Oh,
you know, a shout
well,
out
then
to
that's
Shorty, shout out to Wifey.
right. Exactly.
Right?
As
Notice that I said stable, right? But, anyways, what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna introduce one more song right here. Well, before we get into this new single, because I need people to understand the diversity that's going on here.
true.
This song right here, first I heard this was a live performance you had at a different show. And I want people to hear the original because, man, do you still love me? Like, what? What is this song about? Because it was almost like a really bad relationship
Mm.
that it was driven by insecurity.
Mm.
Like that's how I felt about it because there was so many like questions, even though the title is saying the question is asking that specific question. There was so many questions in this song. I think a lot of people go through that. What was your experience, and how did you manage to write it down without breaking down?
Ah, okay, so like when writing sad songs, I mean, it's always like you're in it. You're emotionally in it because you're bringing up past. And with this song specifically, I had already written some of it years ago. So, and I couldn't, I didn't, I never finished it. And maybe it was perfect timing because I never was able to finish it, right? So, I went back into it and I kind of mixed it with my own relationship with like people who've told me their own relationships. Like, I'm an adult, we're all adults. We tell each other, like the girls, our relationships. And I was like, God, like, there's so many times where you're just not sure if the person loves you, but you are. You are sure the person does not. He or she's not in it. And it's like, you don't want to admit that. And there's so many little things that show you, but you don't want to admit that. And it happens to a lot of us. And I was like, let me write a song about that. And let me tell you, when I hit that chorus the first time, I was like, yeah, I'm not changing it. This is perfect. Like I had some writers be like, I was like, no, this is how. Like I needed to end with, I know you don't love me. Like it needs to be like that. So
Oof.
yeah,
Like you were answering the question for yourself,
right, right,
and you needed that
yeah,
because
and
people
yeah,
need to understand that.
yeah,
Like
and it's
man,
hard to understand that.
man, this song is so fucking fire, people. Let me tell you. Okay, so I'm not gonna just sit here and talk about it. I'm gonna put them on to it right here. Do you still love me by Arianna Chetram on QSJ Radio.
I don't understand where you're coming from. I thought we just made up our minds. You're two-faced, you lied, you thought I was done. But I was all ready for life. But I just can't figure it out. All of my problems that I just laid out. I thought we were fine. We stayed up all night. There's always just one question lingering in mind. Do you still love me? Or did you forget all the times that we had? Do you still love me? Or was I a use for the times that we had? And had, and had, and had, and had, and had.
I didn't want to get too like into it because I want people to go check it out. Um there was a thing, right? I don't know if this is like the goal of what your goal is. You're telling your story. You're
Mhm.
telling your story with 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 people who support you, and they got to get involved in the feeling that you had and try to make it into something. Literally listening to this song took me back to a time that I was the person you were asking the question to. Like
Mm,
I was the guy, right? Or
okay.
I was the partner, or I was whoever, right? And it took me to a time because the question was in the story, do you still love me? or was I, you know, was I a fill-in, right? I still remember somebody that I was with that literally was at with me at the worst time. I didn't even know I had feelings,
Mhm.
right? And they have accepted that they were a fill-in. And that shit broke me in half because I didn't know I was doing that,
Wow.
right? And it took me into that. It took me into that thing because it was like, I know exactly how she's feeling,
Mhm.
right? From perspective of the person that did it. And I was like, bro, I didn't even know anybody could just like because the perception the thing is like you want people to relate to the song in some kind of
Right.
way, right? But not be like the opposite side where
Mhm.
I'm like, is somebody asking me to answer a question for them? Like that's how I felt about it. Now, I want to tell people when I was doing like, my due diligence on Ariana that the first time I listened to this, it was not this version.
Mhm.
It was it was like a live performance, kind of like what was it called? Like a I want to know where I forget where I saw it, but I know it didn't have all the and the it didn't have any of that. So she was going off, she going in, testing the vocals, all that. She was going off, and it was funny because at the end he was like, okay, like it was like hilarious, but. But I was like, okay, let me get this song ready. And then I played it and I was like, I really went somewhere where I wanted to like reach out to that person and tell them sorry, but then I'm like, wait, they don't want that.
Mhm.
They don't want the sorry. This is exactly what the song is saying. That I've let go. In a way, it took a little bit, but I let go, and I was like, man, I'm not gonna reach. What do I look like right now, reaching out to somebody who don't want to hear that, right? But
Right.
that's how I took the song, which is crazy
Mm.
because you're probably like, yo, wait, ain't no fucking way. I just made this dude like, yes, bro, your boy be emotional,
I mean, I love that though. Good. Like I want that. I want people to relate
That is
whichever side it is on like, oh shit. Yeah, that happened to me.
bro.
And I went through it. Like,
I was that dude, man. I'm sorry. Don't fucking tell me sorry now. Like, I'm up, bro. I'm up. Don't tell me sorry.
right. I mean, it's kind of just like time heals and you figure it out. Everyone figures it out. But
Bro.
yeah, it just sucks that it happened.
And you know
And at
what?
this point,
And shout out to you and shout out to the team for putting it together because
thank you.
putting a song together and trying to drive that emotion out from the heart to the pen to the analog or the digital whatever is crazy. And I don't know how long, I don't know if there's a history of music in your life, but you just making it look easy. And I'm sure I'm sure you like, bro, what are you talking about?
I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm trying to make it look easy.
Bro, crazy. So let's get into this new one. This new
Okay.
one is crazy. I got
Before
it.
you
Yeah.
before you ask me, I have someone walking in the door right now. I'm gonna tell them to walk right by. It's my dad.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Pop Dukes though. I just had somebody else walk in too. I had to mute up. I was like, bro.
Yeah. I'm gonna hey dad. Hold on one second.
Shout out to everybody listening in.
Okay, I'm unmuted.
Yeah, so bring it back.
Bring it back.
It's almost as if he was like telling yourself a bunch of things, but it's a summer hit.
Thank you.
That is literally the plan.
Yes.
What? The timing is perfect because it's like you could sneak it into so many things, and you have been doing so many things.
Thank you.
So bring it back. What are you trying to bring back?
Trying to bring back the warm fucking weather. It's been raining when I tell you since since the year started, it's been raining so much. And for all the New Yorkers who are listening, it's been raining a little too much to the point where I'm like,
Wow.
I need my sun. Like, what? So it was like a week-long rain when I wrote this, and I was like, I miss my girls, I miss the beach, I miss my trips, I miss a margarita. Like I miss and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a song and hopefully manifest a good summer with the beach, which I just need already. So I'm trying to bring it back, trying to bring back the good summer vibes.
Bro, shout out to the summer. The summer is coming. Shout out to the strawberry moon. That was that's I ain't seen no strawberry moon forever. Well, I'm that old, but not that old. But anyways,
It's crazy.
bring it back. Available when? Because this is an unreleased track, bro.
This is unreleased. This is exciting. It is gonna be released on June 27th.
June 27th. Damn, you just missed the Gemini season, but whatever.
Gemini.
Yo, squad. Look, right before we play the song,
Mhm.
I was literally like stalking a little bit, right?
Okay.
And I'm like, hold up. Birthday 2 weekends ago.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, look when she posted that. Wait, did you go out on your birthday? Or a day after or before?
Did I go out? Now I don't remember. Oh no, I went to a concert on my birthday. I had a birthday party Memorial Day weekend.
So, okay, so,
Why?
because I think we might have the same birthday. So I'm trying to like
Oh,
figure this out.
okay.
Anyways,
When's your birthday?
the 27th.
I'm the 22nd. Wow, I really thought you were gonna
Oh,
say 22nd too, because it
yo,
sounded
it would
like
have been
I
lit,
was
but
like,
now you good. I'm older though, so I'll take that. So
that's all.
here it is. Bring it back. Arianna Chetram. New exclusive, unreleased. QSJRadio.com.
Somewhere in the middle of the beach, and my girls in my reach. Drinking in the night, every flight, I remember who was nice. All up in a haze, and in days, in bikini in a maze. Ooh, I don't really know about you. Show me you can stay. I need
QSJ, digging up the underground.
Let's get back to the mix.
Crazy. Bro, like it's if people do not understand that you need like you bringing everything back. Like
Time.
what is that? Like that was crazy. And the when you said the setting, it was like, yo, it was raining for a week, bro.
Rain for a week.
Where's the sun? El sol. You probably said that in like 17 languages. Yeah, I don't know. Shorties from around the world, globally. What up?
No, for real. I was like, I'm Googling pictures of the sun, like, where are you at?
Yo. Yo.
Like, come on. This is
Let me
sad.
get an app. Let me get an app and find out where it's at. Like, come on. That's crazy.
No, yeah.
So you got a lot of things going on. This is and right now you are moving fast. You might not believe it, but it's going. You're featured on GRRL,
Mhm.
and you performed on platforms like the Red Couch Show, and you have so many opportunities, and they kind of like impacted your visibility, right?
Mhm.
For because we are a show that's dedicated to the unsigned artists for coming out, how important is that to get out of the comfort zone and go to places that they might have something, might not, things like that. You got to take these little like risk to
Yeah.
to be on different platforms, like, because it's different when everybody's like, I'm not doing that show. I don't know nothing about that show. I don't know nothing about that venue. I don't know nothing about that, blah, blah. And it could be so easy and be like a diva about it. But then it's like, wait, I gotta, like, this is the vibe now. Like, we gotta get on this. How important have these opportunities been to your visibility? And not only that, did they change any kind of like aspects that you had before hopping onto these different platforms?
Yeah. I mean, like, any opportunity that you feel like you could benefit from, you have to go. I've been to some venues where it was like small rooms in a basement, and I'm like, all right, but at least I'm gonna get content, and maybe there's 4 people here, but I'm still practicing my own performance, right? um Red Couch Show was, at the time that I did it, it probably had like 300 followers and like 5 artists, right? And I remember I DM'd them, and I was, and you know what, at the time, like, who knows if it would have blown up to what it is now,
Yeah.
but I just saw what they were about, and I was like, I feel like I want that in my artist, like, image.
Yeah.
And I was like, you have to really pick the things that you also feel like fits you. Like, there's some things I'm not going to do, like, that other artists can benefit from. Like, you have to pick and choose, but also be open about it. And Red Couch Show helped me, when they posted, they helped me get, uh, like, other booking agents. They were DMing me and trying to book me for venues because they're like, oh shit, she can perform live. She she can bring out covers, she can bring out originals, like, and that's how it kind of started a little bit.
Nice.
And the more I was performing, more I was meeting other booking agents and from venues, and it just kind of kept going.
Listen, I try to tell artists all the time, especially when they're like super brand new.
Mm.
Like, who else knows about your music, bro? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if your neighbor don't know you do music, you better like have a
Go outside.
reason. Like, you have to have a reason. Some people
Yeah.
don't like their neighbors, right? So it's all good. No, let me tell you something. I'm trying to figure this all out. You got some live shows under your belt,
Hmm.
and you are being asked to sing the national anthem at pro games. Like, first, Did you know the national anthem before the pro game? That's people think that's
But
crazy. People think that's crazy, but the Jackson 5 when they first got introduced to in the Super Bowl to do the national anthem, they did not know it, you know?
okay, fair.
So it's not like I'm roasting you. I'm just
Hmm.
like, that old say like that part got to be
Yeah,
on
it's
point,
true.
right? So
It's true. You know what? I learned it when I was in middle school because there were some like middle school football games that needed it. Um, and I think I did it like 3 times, and I hated it because I was so nervous. I was like 12, and I was like in front of all these like football players. I was like, oh, you know, um, and but as growing up, like we sing it for our basketball games in school, and so I knew it. Um, it's just getting the gigs that started happening a little easier because you just kind of people are like, oh, you could sing it, and you know,
wow.
climbed your way up a little bit.
Now, is that something that you end up becoming like a regular at, or is it something like they kind of like call you when they need you?
Um, I don't want to say I'm a regular because I don't I feel like they always have different singers. Like they
Yeah,
always bring out like different choirs and different like they'll bring out a firefighter, and they have different singers everywhere. So I don't want to say I'm a regular.
yeah.
But I this season for like the Brooklyn Cyclones, I'm going on for my fourth game right now for this
Wow,
season.
wow.
So like it depends. Like for the Long Island Nets, they've called me back to do it for their home opener last year, and they're calling me back for this year, just because I've done it with
Yeah.
them. That they're like, all right, we know we can rely on you, and you're loyal. Um, you want to come back, and I just think it's more of like a callback of,
Yeah.
hey,
You did a great job. We would
yeah,
love to have you back, which probably is like crazy. You're like, wait, hold up. Is this going on? Like,
every time I'm like, I'm on. Like I always go in like, listen, I'm honored, I'm here, thank you. Like,
we're talking about a lot of successes, but there are some hurdles.
yeah.
Would you mind like at least letting us know what were some or have been some of your toughest hurdles while trying to pursue, and how did you overcome it?
The biggest one, definitely because of social media, um, is seeing other artists being
Uh-oh.
so good at what they do. You know what I mean? Um, just comparing yourself to other artists. Um, because there's so much content out there. And I think like comparing yourself, like comparing myself was one of my biggest things because pop music is so commercial. Like everyone does it. And then you start running into like the same circles who's performing, and you start comparing like, oh shit, they're doing that, maybe I should do that.
Yeah.
Oh, things like that. And um you know when it comes to writing, I know I could do it. When it comes to performing, I know I can do it. But when it comes to like promoting yourself as an artist and really building yourself up, that was like my biggest like, I
Bro.
just have to stay on what I want to do. I have to like, you know,
Yeah.
it's always like, don't compare yourself because you're going to get there no matter what, but got to keep
That's
going.
so hard.
It's hard.
It's still hard.
Yeah.
Even though you like found ways, it's still hard. It's
Yeah.
hard for me. Cause I
Right.
be I be sitting here like, bro, come on, man. You've been doing this for a long time. That is literally the only thing that I want people to understand. That is the only time to be isolated. You need to
Yeah.
not, you need to not. You need to be on your zone. This is what you're doing is way different than somebody else is doing.
Yeah.
All right. If you have something that might be something similar, then instead of like you versus me, collab, you know?
Yeah,
Attempt
it's
that.
true.
If you can't, it didn't happen. At least you tried. Move the fuck on. Because on the real, you will lose yourself trying to compare yourself to others.
Yeah.
There's mad humans out there. You're going to have a look alike. You're gonna have a sound alike. You might not even know that you probably inspired that person. And
Hmm.
you out here just, ah, damn, they got it. They got it. No, they don't, bro.
Right.
They don't got that. They don't got the "Do you still love me?" and made the radio host want to call his ex and say I'm sorry. They don't got that. What are you talking about? I'm not even
Sounds
supposed to
like
be
that's it.
talking.
Are you supposed to be saying that? You shouldn't be
That's
saying
what
that.
I'm saying. I'm not supposed to be saying that.
You shouldn't be saying that.
You feel me?
That's crazy.
Oh
Uh,
my God. Shout out to the
that's funny.
couch. Now I'm gonna be on my red couch tonight. But anyways, that's my fault. But they don't got but they don't, I just I try to I try like to rant but not rant, but because I want people to understand like everybody's going through it.
Right? Yeah.
Whatever this challenge is that you got, whatever it is, everybody's going through it. And some people have just no feelings and they're able to like overcome these things easy.
Hmm.
Um or they finally tuned it out
Yeah.
and it looks crazy. But man, shout out to that and shout out to you because the confidence that you got online is crazy. Like
Thank you.
I don't even have it. I'm not even gonna front. You might be like, bro, there's no way. But I'm like, bro, I like just a few like hours ago. I don't know if you saw that video I did. Um, bro, that was like a diss track. It was crazy. But anyways, if you go back to it and you like it, hit a comment. But hey,
Got you.
measuring success though for you, right? You're out there, you're getting these opportunities, you're singing around the world, you're out there with you bringing back the sun. Shout out to that.
Son.
I don't understand. Um, it's the underground scene is mad hard. And I know the pop scene, underground scene, people don't think it exists, but it does.
Mhm.
Okay, you still gotta. There's still levels to this stuff, regardless of what genre you're trying to get in there. What do you define as success for you?
Oh, that was a big question. Um,
Bring it back.
I bring back. Let's rewind. Um, you know what? I feel like personally, okay, I'm gonna say for each song, I feel successful after, like, I feel content after a project is done and I know I can put all my hard work into it. And I know that that chapter's over. I feel it's very hard to measure it though, because I'm that type of person where it's like once I have something done, I need to go to the next project.
Wow.
And like I'll be celebratory a little bit with things. I'm like, yes, that's a good win. Let me email this next person. Like that's hard for me to like take success in. Like when they emailed me about the Recording Academy playlist, I was
Yeah.
like, wow. You know, I texted my producer. I was like, we got in. And then I was at the studio the next week and I was like, all right, I want to work on Bring It Back. And I was like,
Because you got to keep moving.
and it's hard to
Wow.
like sit in it. And I think for the release of Bring It Back, I finally sat in it a little bit because I got to celebrate my birthday. And as I was singing, I was just like, I, I did build a base for myself, and I think that's the best thing. Like I built a base for myself. I built people around me who support me for going everywhere, and people that didn't know me a year ago who now come everywhere because of it. Um, I guess the people around me would be the success, just like the,
Wow.
the family. But yeah, I'm not the type of person that's like, I
Yeah.
just move around.
I mean, yeah. And that's kind of dope because some people like almost take that success as like a goal.
Mhm.
And then when it happens, it's like you didn't plan for something after that. So yeah, it's really cool that you don't do that because there'll be a lot of breaks. there'll be a lot of there'll
Don't
be a
like
lot of
this.
writers block. We don't want that.
It like when I'm just like it's a lazy day and I have no work. It's just like Saturday. I'm like I could write. I think I could write just to feel a little bit like all right. I got some stuff down. I'm good.
Yeah.
Just
Do
keep going a little
something.
bit.
Yeah.
Just something.
Shout out to that. Shout out to everybody listening in. I got one more question for you.
Okay.
Man, it's been crazy talking to you about listening and all the things you've been going through, the songs that we reintroduced, and then the struggles, obviously, of the online life. And for those who don't know, I'm not going to say too much about it, but shout out to what you do as a profession for the profession, because that right there, like, thank you. Okay. I went today to a field day, right? And I literally just hugged my kid's teacher. Like, because I was like, I don't know how you deal with these motherfuckers. I, I'm a, I didn't
You'd be
say all that.
surprised how many
I
parents
didn't,
say that.
I
Yeah.
didn't say that, right? But I was like, bro, uh, nah, not me. Not me. Shout out to ya. Oh my God. Shout out to all the educators out there. Cause I cannot. And it's like, yo, bro, I'm not here for this 1+1. 1+1. No one wants to hear about your problems. Like, I didn't even know kids had problems.
Oh,
We
they
was
do.
we was in field day. We trying to play tag. We trying to do some. These kids was like roasting each other. Kids are mean.
Ki-
Kids are
Kids are
mean.
mean.
And for those who don't know that, man, you don't know your kids. I've been noticing that for about 2 or 3 years. I don't know my kids.
They're blunt. They have no,
I don't know my kids. I'm 100%. I don't know my kids. Sometimes I don't like my kids. I still love my kids.
Okay, fair.
I'm gonna feed them kids, but I can't wait till them kids have their own kids and they call me and say I'm sorry because my gosh, bro.
Yeah.
And then today, even though it was supposed to be like a fun day, one of those celebrate that, whatever's, like I found out like my son got a best friend that he got a ride or die. I was like, I never had a ride or die. Wow, you got a ride or die. And then it's a shorty, and I'm like, wait, hold on. Maybe they calling themselves besties because they got something else going on. But whatever, like, that's the adult version. I don't know. I don't know what goes on in
Not
that class.
investigating. Let them have their little.
Let them. Yeah, I don't think it's cute, but you know what? That's your home girl. Shout out to you. And that dude in the back, he looked like a wrestler. I don't know who he like. It is crazy. I don't know how y'all do it, but shout out to you what you do. Okay.
Thank you.
Big question here. Sorry
Okay.
for the big questions, okay? But you've been doing a lot, and I know that you come up or have seen maybe some artists that are not together, or maybe you don't even feel like you got it all together, but they feel like you are, or maybe you haven't had that opportunity. But if you had that knowledge of or words of wisdom to the aspiring artists that you didn't get, what would some of those words be for them to to keep going?
Um. Okay. So.
I love your nails, by the way.
Oh, thank you. They're 2000s themes. This says "I Heart Me" on it, and you can't see it. Anywho, um, it definitely would be to trust yourself. Um, when it comes to writing, when it comes to putting music out, posting on social media, trust yourself. Um, because writing, I've been told, um, to not make it too complex, and you don't need to write a whole story. People don't even listen to lyrics. I love lyrics. I think lyrics are so important. I know they have to rhyme, but if they're rhyming, I want them to make sense. And that's me. That's just me. Because I know it works for different people differently. So that's just something I trusted myself with. And that got me Do You Still Love Me? And so that's why I'm saying, like, when you're doing this, trust yourself as an artist. Don't try and be another artist, because once you do, you then become their, you know, like a mini me, which isn't bad, but then who are you at the end of the day? Like, what are you as an artist? What do you want to represent? Who do you want to represent? And yeah, just live by trusting yourself, trusting your gut, trusting what you want to do, trusting your sound.
Shout out to Arianna Chetram.
Petra.
Yo, thank you so much for coming on the air with us.
Thank you for having me. I really enjoyed it.
It's lovely music, lovely background. I can't wait till your summer. What happens in the summer, and then make a song about it. Like I can't even. I'm gonna just be.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna just sit there and like, okay, the sun is back now. So what we did?
Now what?
Like,
Let's see.
and
You'll
shout
see.
out to having 30 cultures under your belt. I don't know how you did that.
No, now, like, whenever someone like tries to guess, I'm like, yeah, sure, that one, that country.
No way.
Yeah, no, that one. Yeah, that one. Mm-hmm.
That's so beautiful. I'm not even gonna front, bro.
This is whatever you want. Like, it's whatever.
I just get two. Like you Puerto Rican or Dominican. Like that's it. Like I'm so. That's like basic now. Like
No.
yeah, 100%. Listen, I don't care. I'm off the market. I don't care about all that. I'm good. But I'm just saying. And I had one dude, right? He was
Yeah.
in. I was on a ship somewhere in the Mediterranean, right? And this dude is talking to me. He's going in, right? Spanish. Ah, da, 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 da. Right? And I'm like, yo, bro, I don't talk Spanish. Bro, he got so mad, bro. He said he still to this day tells people how we met like that.
Oh, that's funny.
And I'm like, bro, get over it, right? I
over
learned
it.
something. He was like, what you learn? I said, Benice Young.
Mm.
He was like, bro, that don't count. That was brought to you by like birth. But anyways,
Right.
yo, big pleasure. Can't wait till the single drops later on this month. Bring it back. That's just that literally out for the summer. Follow on TikTok. Follow on Spotify. Instagram. On that Twitter.
I'm on Twitter.
Bro, you like everywhere. You just chilling it. And if you guys need to know, I got the link tree dropping up in the chat. Singer, lover, writer. Do you still love me? That's crazy. I mean, that dropped before the holidays. I'm trying to figure out. Oh my. Anyways, listen. Let me stop. Arianna, tell your father I said hi.
Will do.
Because I'm sure he was about to just curse you out. But anyway.
No, he walked in and he was like, I need plates. And I was like, you need to go upstairs. 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
Not right now. Not right now. Thank you so much, Arianna. We'll talk soon.
Thanks for having me.
Show me you can stay, I need proof. Laying in the sun, it's all blue. Sitting in the middle of the beach.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. See you later.